Hey there, everyone! I hope you're all doing good. Sorry for the maybe clickbaity title, but today we are going to take a look at the Polyend Tracker and how to use it with guitar pedals and why. The concept of how to do this is using the pan. The tracker has a stereo output, but you can control the panning of each instrument. It doesn't have individual out, but with the control of the panning, you can create actually two. So what I've done here is very simple. I have a few breakbeats that are panned here on this track. Those are routed to only one output. And this output is going to this awesome Moog low-pass filter and drive. On the other hand, I have some wavetable-y weirdness that's going on the other out, the other mono out, so the left or right. I don't remember. This should be right, I guess. And those are sent to this blue sky. So what this allows you to do, let's go back to a more normal reverb setting, is that you can have one sound with one external effects and another sound with another external effects, and then record those two on separate channel and even record those live actually. You see the idea over there. So you can do this with any kind of FX and in another few situations. Let me just show you how it could work with two synths. So one is going to the reverb, the other one is going to the filter. So it doesn't have to be a drum thing. So this one's going to the filter. Gives it a bit of drive and a bit of character. One of the cool things about this filter is that you can do parallel processing directly into it, which gives you almost phasery thing. This one's just having a nice reverb. Then blend together a little bit more like this. Now let's go for a pretty abnormal sounding thing. I have programmed just 3 melodic samples, 2 going to the delay and 1 going to the fuzz. Start with the simple melody. This one was going to the fuzz. And now breakbeat to the fuzz. Yeah, plenty of stupid fun to be had. It's always worth checking using one sound. Cool. And send it to the other side. See, so depending on what you want on the moment, you can even decide that some steps are going to go to the fuzz and some others to the delay. Let's go one each. Okay, for this part, I'll show you how I would sample a synth here. It's the 810 by Roland. With a few effects pedal after it, I will sample it with different settings every time, or even sweeping some parameters to get some sounds that I couldn't have because I can't control these things via CV or MIDI. So here we go. Now let's save and load this. Okay, now I have sliced those samples, and each slice is one of the different sounds we just recorded. So if we listen to this straight away, it sounds like this. Sounds a bit like a weird cello because of the quality of the spring reverb. Now, what we can do is use the slice so that each hit can play a different slice of what we've recorded, which will change quite a bit. So this way of doing things does take quite some sample memory, but it will give you very cool results. Just one little thing, don't use, I mean you can, but if you want to play pitched material, it's better to use the slice and then choose your slice within the effects, as if you use the bit slice, it can be fun if it's already pitched material, but you will have to use the tune FX if you want to change the note, which is not that handy. Can be done though. With the slice you can play the notes you want and then choose your slices. And you can even, what I always like to do, randomize the selection on some of those sounds. So your pattern will never really repeat itself. Okay, so here I have another setup with a bunch of drums going into this. So I solo by the Analog Music Company. And I also have a bunch of synth going into the amazing Murph Moogerfooger. This one's going out in stereo because it has that weird even and odd output. So why do I wanted to show you this? Because those two pedals have CV controls. If you have your rack or any stuff, or if you have any sort of MIDI to CV converter lying around, you can use the MIDI out of your tracker to convert it to CV and then control CV pedals. More classic, you could have pedals with MIDI, which I don't, but if you have, you can control them via the tracker, which will be kind of the same thing. So let me now control the mix. Let me find a sound that I like here. Yeah, that's good. I will control the mix of this via MIDI channel number 2. Okay, so now high notes will be mix up, low notes mix down. Which can make you do this kind of funky things. One bonus trick here is that we could use the clock to control the speed of this. And it works. Which makes this even weirder. In a good way, I guess. Okay, now to the drums. I will control the high pass here. I'm going to use MIDI channel number 1 for this. Same thing, high notes equal filter, and just going 1, 2 like this. More saturation, but it's a bit too much for the same thing, but I mean you get the idea. The point is that you can control stuff like this. And that's it, I think, for today. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please leave any comments if you have any questions. I try to get back to you as soon as possible. You can buy some of those things in the affiliate links below. I will make a sample pack for Patreon pack subscribers. Thanks to everyone who is already supporting me there. Really helpful, really keeps the thing going. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.